Help me reach 2,000 subscribers. Support the video with a like and share your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Thank you. That night, when my wife stumbled through the door, I barely recognized the woman I'd married. Her hair was tangled, lipstick smudged, and the faint reek of alcohol hung around her. The sharp scrape of her heels against the floor echoed through the hallway like a warning I didn't want to hear. She barely glanced at me as she dropped her purse, mumbled something about being exhausted, and disappeared into the bedroom. For years I had trusted her completely. Her name was Samantha. To everyone around us she seemed flawless, charming, ambitious, loyal. But as I watched her crawl into bed that night, something inside me shifted. I wanted to believe it was just a bad evening, yet her half-button dress and missing earring told a different story. I stayed in the living room for hours, staring at the bedroom door, waiting for her to wake up and explain. My mind replayed every detail. How she said she was going out with coworkers, how she ignored my texts past midnight, how her phone went dead. The silence between us grew heavier with each passing minute. By the time morning sunlight filtered through the blinds, I hadn't slept. I heard the sheets rustle and her soft, disoriented groan, hungover and confused. I walked into the room quietly, holding the small silver earring I'd found near the door. She blinked at me, confused. "Why are you just standing there?" she murmured, rubbing her eyes. I didn't answer immediately. I set the earring on the nightstand beside her. "This isn't yours," I said. Her face froze. Her lips parted, but no words came out. Then she looked down, her expression draining of color. The dress was still half undone. The scent of another man's cologne lingered. She understood finally exactly what I already knew. She sat up, clutching the blanket around her. I don't remember anything," she stammered. "We were drinking. I must have." I cut her off. "You must have what, Samantha?" Tears welled in her eyes, but I felt nothing. Not anger, not yet. I was empty. She reached for me, but I stepped back. "Please just let me explain," she whispered. I stared at her, searching for any trace of the woman I'd loved. All I saw was a stranger who had brought shame into our home. That morning she froze, not because of what she remembered, but because she finally realized the damage she had done. She sat there trembling, hands covering her face, as if hiding could undo it all. I wanted to speak, to say something, anything, but the words wouldn't come. Every breath felt heavy, poisoned by the truth hanging in the room. "I swear I didn't mean for this to happen," she murmured between sobs. "It was just a mistake, a stupid night." I laughed quietly, bitter and hollow. "A mistake is forgetting an anniversary, Samantha. What you did, that wasn't a mistake. That was a choice." She looked at me, eyes red and swollen. "We've been so distant, Mark. You've been cold. I thought you didn't care anymore." It hit, but it didn't excuse betrayal. "So that's your reason?" I asked quietly. "You thought I didn't care. So you found someone who did, just for one night?" Her lips quivered. She had no answer. And in that silence, I understood the difference between sadness and disappointment. Sadness fades. Disappointment lingers. She tried to reach for me again, whispering my name like it still meant something. I stepped back. "Don't," I said sharply. "You don't get to touch me now." I walked to the kitchen, trying to clear my head, but everything reminded me of her. The coffee mug she always used, the note on the fridge, the faint scent of her perfume. For years I had built my life around her presence. In one night, she had turned it all into a lie. She followed me slowly, her voice trembling. "Mark, please." I was drunk. I wasn't thinking straight. I turned to face her. "Then tell me something, Samantha. If you weren't thinking straight, why hide your phone from me last night? Why delete the messages before you came home?" Her eyes widened. She hadn't expected that I'd checked. Panic spread across her face. "You went through my phone?" she asked, trying to sound offended. I replied coldly, "You tell me if that's wrong." She collapsed to the floor, crying uncontrollably. I wanted to walk away, but my legs wouldn't move. Somewhere deep inside, a part of me still hoped for an explanation, something to hold on to. But there was nothing left to save. Only silence and guilt filling the room like smoke after a fire. I watched her, realizing that nothing she said could undo what had been done. The woman I once shared dreams with was now just a reflection of regret. The longer I stared, the clearer it became. She wasn't sorry for betraying me. She was sorry for being caught. She wiped her tears, voice shaking. Can we talk about this later? I can't even think right now. I shook my head. No, Samantha. You had all night to think. You had a choice before you stepped into his arms, before you decided your fun mattered more than our vows. Her eyes dropped to the floor. Shame was written across her face, but I felt no pity. I pulled her suitcase from the closet. You should go stay somewhere else for a while. Maybe it'll help you think clearly. She panicked, grabbing my arm. Please don't do this. It didn't mean anything. I was drunk. I was stupid. I pulled free. If it didn't mean anything, why does it hurt so much? She broke again, sobbing. Mark, I love you. Please don't end us like this. I looked at her, my chest tight with anger and grief. You ended us the moment you decided someone else was worth my place. I walked away. Later that night, I sat on the couch staring at our wedding photo. The smiles on our faces seemed like a cruel joke. I remembered all the times I defended her. Ignored the late nights, the work trips, the unexplained silences. Maybe deep down I had always known something was off. I just didn't want to admit it. The next morning she packed quietly. No words, just the sound of a zipper and the echo of goodbye. When she walked out the door, I didn't stop her. Weeks later, the house felt emptier but strangely peaceful. One afternoon, an envelope arrived in the mail from her. Inside, a short note. You didn't deserve what I did. I hope one day you find peace. I folded it and set it on the counter. I didn't need her closure. I had already found mine. Sometimes the moment someone betrays you is the moment you start finding yourself again. And when she woke that morning and froze, she wasn't looking at me. She was looking at the truth.